Welcome to Module 3 of the Intro to Blockchain Maturity Model class. In this class, we'll learn about how the BMM elements and their requirements form the backbone of a trusted and sustainable blockchain solution. In this module, we'll provide an overview of the BMM element and their requirements. By the end of this module, you'll have a good understanding of the 11 BMM elements that make up the core of the BMM and the requirements that must be met. With this knowledge, you'll be well equipped to use the BMM as a roadmap to create, evaluate, and improve blockchain solutions that are trusted and sustainable. Let's get started. An element of the BMM is a key characteristic that must be addressed to build a trusted and sustainable blockchain solution. Let's take a closer look at each element and what it entails. The 11 elements of the BMM are designed to capture the most important aspect of a blockchain solution, covering different topics. It's worth noting that some elements are complementary and overlapping, working together like stage lights illuminating a band to provide a better perspective. By addressing each element and understanding how they work together, you can create a blockchain solution that meets the highest standards. The elements are distribution, governance, identity management, infrastructure sustainability, interoperability, performance, privacy, reliability, resilience, security, and synchronization. Let's take a look at each one of them. Distribution. Distribution is different than decentralization. However, the elements blend the two concepts together. There are concentration risks and centralization risks. This element addresses the mitigation of both types of risk. Governance. Governance is really about decision-making in terms of technology and resources. For example, making changes to the software or deciding how to deal with problems when something goes wrong. Identity management. Identity management is related to another element, privacy. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But in the context of the BMM, identity management is all about making sure that the right people have the right access and permissions. Infrastructure sustainability. When we first looked at this, we tried to cover sustainability at a much broader level. It was very difficult. So after many unsuccessful attempts, we decided to focus on infrastructure sustainability. The goal of infrastructure sustainability is to ensure that the solution has the resources like people, technology, and funding to sustain over the expected lifetime of the solution. Interoperability. Blockchain solutions don't exist on an island by themselves. They are probably going to have to exist and interoperate with other technologies within that enterprise or community. So their ability to interoperate with other systems is extremely important. Performance. Solutions may have very different performance requirements, depending on whether you're processing high-volume financial transactions or if you're recording title transfers of real estate. So the volume of transactions and the number of transactions per second are performance considerations that must be considered in evaluating blockchain solutions. Privacy. Privacy is all about balancing the individual's desire for anonymity with the community's need for information. It is dependent on the use case, customs, and community expectations. For example, some blockchain solutions have features that boast of their compliance with anti-money laundering or know your customer regulations. Other blockchain solutions like privacy coins have anonymity as a feature. This factor is extremely important regarding legal and regulatory compliance. Reliability. Reliability and the next element, resilience, are closely related. Reliability is about being able to trust the data is accurate, and resilience is all about trusting the solution to be there even when something goes wrong. And this would include some of the systems shutting down, being attacked, or going offline for any reason. Security is all about protecting your solution from bad actors and providing assurances that adequate controls address and mitigate the end-to-end security risks of the solution and all of its components. Synchronization. Originally, this element was called consensus. We spent a lot of time talking about consensus. But what we found from looking at this from the perspective of different blockchains is that not all blockchains use consensus to synchronize their networks. And what we're really trying to achieve is synchronization. Consensus is just one of the ways to get there. So this was an area that was very educational for us as we developed the BMM. So those are the BMM elements. And why are they important? Because they identify the things that a blockchain solution has to have in place in order for it to be trusted and sustainable. And you need all 11 elements because not having any one of them makes a blockchain solution untrustworthy. So in this module, we explored the 11 BMM elements that are essential for building a mature blockchain system. These elements include distribution, governance, identity, infrastructure sustainability, interoperability, performance, privacy, reliability, resilience, security, and synchronization. By understanding these elements, organizations can identify their strengths and weaknesses in each of the areas, creating a roadmap for improving their blockchain capabilities. That's it for Module 3. By now you should have an understanding of the BMM elements. And make sure you take the quiz before we move on to the next module, where we'll be talking about BMM levels and ratings.